This is Behind the Scenes. I'm Scott Sexsmith. The historic Coppercliff Italian Club building is under new ownership, and the new owners have big plans. Sudbury.com's Heidi Ulrichsen is here with all the details. Heidi, let's start with the club itself and the decision to fold last year. Was this a byproduct of COVID, or was there more to it?
So when the decision was made to fold the club in 2022 after 87 years, club president Randy DeSanti told us that this was due in part to the impact of the pandemic on the organization. However, he also said the club's membership was getting very old and spending less and less time there, and the younger generations just weren't showing the same interest.
Let's talk for a sec, Heidi, if we can, about the role the club played in the community. I know at one time it was very popular with valet workers and the Friday lunch buffets.
So from the times I've eaten at the Italian club, the food there was very yummy. And as you said, the Friday lunch buffets were very popular with the workers at Valet, which is the mining company operating in Coppercliff. But you also asked about the role the club played in the community. While the club was formed 87 years ago, the Coppercliff Italian Club building itself has now been around for 71 years. It's located in what's called the Little Italy portion of Coppercliff. Many people of Italian heritage settled in this area of town. It's a distinctive looking area as it's very hilly and has buildings that are close together. The area also is close to the 1,250-foot tall Valley Superstack, so it's a really neat place to visit. So I'm actually from Coppercliff myself, and it's a tight-knit community. But at one time, Italians faced discrimination in Coppercliff and were forbidden from using other recreational facilities in town, so they needed their own community center. It was in this context that the Coppercliff Italian Club was originally created. So I just spoke about how there has been less interest in the club with the passage of time. I'm not Italian myself, so I didn't visit very much growing up, although I did go to a nearby grocery store called Pianosi's, which closed a long time ago. Maybe other people from Coppercliff would remember that place as well. But anyway, I spoke to a childhood friend who is of Italian heritage and has ancestors in Coppercliff going back 100 years or more. So a shout out to Louisa and her beautiful family. Anyway, she says she has many memories of attending family functions at the club as a child, and she is looking forward to bringing her daughters there to go bowling because the club actually has its own small bowling alley.
What has the reaction, Heidi, been of the sale of the building and the transformation of the building into the Royal Palace?
So we recently learned that the owners of the Sukhdev Restaurant, which specializes in Indian food, have bought the Coppercliff Italian Club, and the club will now be known as the Royal Palace. So after I published my story last week, I got dozens and dozens of comments on social media from people who are excited about Indian food coming to Coppercliff and that this heritage building will be saved. And so I personally think it's neat that the building was constructed by one emerging immigrant group, the Italians, and now has been passed on to another. There's a growing Indian community in the Sudbury area.
Heidi, renovations currently underway, and you mentioned the Sukhdev Restaurant, which you'll love. It'll be fantastic. Any other tenants planned for the building?
Oh, I don't know about that. But anyway, renovations are underway on the building, and the new owners of the venue say they plan to operate the building as a restaurant, events venue, and community center. So basically for its original purpose. They also plan to bring back the lunch buffets, and not just on Fridays. This is going to happen throughout the week. And the owners are also hoping to lure back some of the club's cooks so that they can put Italian food on the menu.
Excellent. What's the timeline on the opening, Heidi? Do we know?
So the owners hope to open the venue by the end of this month, and the community is really looking forward to that.
I bet they are. Sudbury.com's Heidi Ulrichsen. Thanks for this, Heidi, and thanks for taking us behind the scenes.